Robin Miller.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It's a pleasure to serve under you today, Ms McVeigh, and may I also congratulate my honourable friend, the member from Brecon and Radnorshire, for securing this debate. Chairman, it might seem strange that I wish to speak today when I represent a constituency without a major military presence. However, we have deep and real connections to our armed forces in Aberconwy. As a member of the Armed Forces Parliamentary Scheme, I've been privileged to visit military bases across the UK and speak with enlisted men and women and officers, and a recurring theme in those conversations is the importance of people. The commanding officer of HMS Dragon, for example, spoke more about the team around him than the £1.2 billion vessel we were standing upon at the time. So I cannot speak today about Wales' contribution to the armed forces without speaking again about Welsh veterans. And I'm proud to say that in Aberconwy we have many and are home to several inspirational charities that offer support. It's long been recognised that active military service has the potential to adversely impact mental health and well-being, with physical, mental and emotional symptoms commonly reported by veterans. And I note and welcome the comments of my colleague with regard to the importance of that support. And I would ask the question, is it the place of the Welsh Government to stand between UK funds being made available for UK citizens in this way and this time? Now, those concerns regarding health and impaired health and well-being have achieved a high profile recently. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the veterans of Aberconwy for their years of service to the United Kingdom. I also wish to pay tribute to those organisations throughout Aberconwy that work in their support, including the Royal British Legion, Blind Veterans UK and Homes for Veterans Cymru, Alabare. Now, these are established, but on Saturday I had the extra pleasure of meeting a new initiative, the Military Minds Football Club. The founders, David Owen, Ryan Davis and Kyle King, and I sat together in Llandudno. This new charity football club has been set up by them to help veterans, and I've no doubt this initiative will bring support in the months and years ahead. As someone who's passionate about football and about supporting our armed forces and veterans, I will follow their adventure with interest. Chairman, in truth, we do have a military presence in Aberconwy, the training camp in Capel Curig. It's been a temporary home to many thousands who've trodden our hills in pursuit of physical and technical expertise. Snowdonia and Eryri offers a unique contribution and environment for that. However, I don't want to speak about that and what happens on our hills, but about what happens in the skies above them. Now, along the coast at RAF Valley in the constituency of Ynys Môn is the training centre for our fast jet pilots. Now, the UK and our allies face ever greater and ever-changing military and security threats, especially from an increasingly belligerent China, Russia and Iran. Amongst many responses being developed this year, for the first time in over a decade, a carrier strike group of the Royal Navy the senior service sailed on active operations. After 11 years without aircraft carriers, it is a milestone of note that the UK has re-established our ability to project air power from the sea once again. But it's the pilots of the RAF and Royal Navy F-35 Lightnings who were trained at RAF Valley, one of the finest centres of military aviation in the world. There's a whole force team there of over 1,500 people, and this is an important contribution, a Welsh contribution, to the UK's ability to defend our interests and our allies around the world. Crucially, these training flights bring them over Aberconwy. Chairman, there's no doubt that the sounds of birdsong and insects on a sunny day in Dyffryn Conwy is a thing of beauty. It nourishes the soul. There is also no doubt that this bucolic idyll is shattered by the noise of the Texan T-1s, the basic fast jet training aircraft used at RAF Valley. To many of my constituents, I know this can be a real source of annoyance and even distress. I acknowledge those concerns and have been working with colleagues to mitigate this, moving more flights over the sea rather than land and reducing the windows in which those flights take place. I'm also encouraging colleagues in the MOD to make more effort to explain the work that is happening. This is a partnership, a real relationship which needs communication and can only be helped with greater and better understanding. For now, while I continue to represent the concerns of constituents who are affected by the sound of these swirling, soaring Texans overhead, whether it's in their homes, in their businesses or on their farms, I also must recognise that this is the sound of freedom. It is a real price, a local contribution that many pay daily. It's a real part of Wales and Aberconwy's contribution to our nation's defence. And so, in conclusion, I offer my thanks to my constituents for the part they play. Thank you.